Everybody, let's hush. And I'm just going to go ahead and put the waku right here so I know where this thing exists. Here. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boils and girls. Okay. So, our first one is Nietzsche. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is Nietzsche or Jitsu, which is used, but a little bit more rarely. And then we've got He, which is the actual sun, what kids call Ohisama. And then we've got Ka, which is the counter of days. Nobody likes those children anyway. Okay. So we've got our obvious ones here. We've got Mika, right? Mika, which is the third day. We've got Ichi. Now you might say to yourself, what? What's the first day of the month called? Starts with a tsu. Suitachi, right? Yes, you are right. This is read this way, but it's also read another way. Whoa. When you refer to it as Ichi, you're referring it to a whole day, is what that means. Okay? You're referring to it as a whole day. And this is very commonly used in the phrase, if you add naka, which means chu, ichinichi ju, that means the whole day. So, ichinichi ju, hataraiteta. I worked the whole day. Okay? You could probably also say ichinichi hataraiteta, and people would understand you worked the whole day, right? Ichinichi means the whole day, whereas tsuitachi means the first day of the month. Okay, there are two different readings of it, and many times you have to understand it by context. Okay? So, Nichiji means the date or time. Nichiji, which is this right here, which means hours. Hinode is the sun coming up. Right? So hinode is the sunrise. It's also used in what context? The Japanese flag. Okay, because it's the rising sun. And then we already know Ichigatsu Tsuitachi, which is the first day of the first month. Or Shogatsu, which is the first day of the first month. Okay, we've got Hikage. Hikage is the shadow from the sun. Okay. Just check one thing here. That's all right. Oh, okay. That's what it's called. And the second one here, this little umbrella, but it's not an umbrella. It's a higasa, which is a parasol. Not a parasite, a parasol. One reason is because Japanese women tend to dress conservatively. A lot of times, even on a sunny day, they tend to dress in blacks with little jackets on. They'd go full length sleeves, so on. And so a lot of them have parasols to keep the sun from hitting them. And if you've ever been in the August sun in Japan, it's quite painful. It hurts. Okay? So higasa, kasa is of course umbrella. Higasa is a parasol. Okay, it's pretty common in Asiatic countries. You'll see women walking around with parasols. Okay, and then the 10th month, 10th day, that of course would be 10月10日. ね、10月10日. So that's all the Nietzsche on the Nietzsche page right there. Just remember, this one right here is used in several different ways. Jitsu. One way it's used is heijitsu, which means weekday. This is the symbol for flat or even. So heijitsu. Oops, not he. What am I doing? Heijitsu means weekday. The other one that you will see quite a bit in Japan is this one. And this is kyujitsu, which means like the official day off for a business. This is very common. It contrasts heavily with Western society. Usually Western society, what's the day they usually always take off?
Labor Day. Sunday?
In a week.
Oh.
Sunday, because that's church day, the Sabbath. It's the Chick-fil-A day, right?
Yeah.
It's the day people usually will take off. In Japan, of course, most of them, maybe 1% of them are Christian. So most of them are agnostic, I guess you'd say. So they have what's called a kyujitsu, and that's usually a Monday, Tuesday, maybe a Wednesday. Towards the end of the week, no. But they usually have an official day off that they'll take, and sometimes they'll take an extra day every other week. And that's very common in Japanese society. They'll have kyujitsu, okay? And heijitsu. The opposite of heijitsu is shu, week, shumatsu, or the end of the week. And I'll get to that later. You don't need to know it now. So that's the group of information for Nietzsche. Next, we turn it to the back, and we're getting ever less groupings of words. So this is written same way. Let me put that there. Same way or same directions, kind of as Nietzsche. Okay. And this is Suki, which is the actual name of the moon. There's Gatsu, which we've learned already, right? Which is how we count months. And then we get this weird one, which is Getsu, which is how we count amounts of months. Okay? Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for interrupting me. Okay, so to give you an example, we already know what Ichigatsu is, right? Ichigatsu, that's January. Okay, when you see a little ka here, that's where it's changing. This is very common in Japanese. This is ika. Ika. Can't believe I'm forgetting what, ikagetsu. And this means a month, a month's time. So somebody asks you, like, say for example, 最近なんていう、Final Fantasy VII のリメイクが出ると聞いたんですけど、I heard the Final Fantasy VII remake's coming out. Oh, いつ出るんですか？まあ、3ヶ月 in about 3 months.
You're gonna play it?
Pardon?
You're gonna play
Oh
it?
yeah, I grew up with the original. Okay, so we know Nigatsu. I don't have to explain that one. Mangetsu, mangetsu. Man means full, like if you fill up your tank. It's mantang. Okay, mangetsu is what? The full moon. それは満月です。次は月当たり。Let me write that there. 月明かり。明かり means brightness or light. So 月明かりは Akari means brightness or light. So Suki Akari means brilliant. Moonlight. Suki Akari. And then we already know Getsuyobi. Getsuyobi is what day?
Monday.
Monday. Okay, Getsuyobi. Getsuyobi. And then we have two things here. That is this moon. And this is Mangetsu, once again. And then we've got all these little mochi. That right there, my friends, is Shogatsu. And Shogatsu is the new year. That is Ichigatsu Tsuitachi. Okay? Shogatsu is the name for New Year's in Japanese. Then there's one I skipped. It's right up here. Okay? And this one's very important. This happens around Kugatsu Chujun, or the middle of September. And this is called Tsukimi. And this is kind of the opposite of Hanami. Tsukimi is when you go out and maybe you drink some sake and you sit out there, listen to some crickets, and you watch the moon go over, right? So this is moon viewing. Tsukimi, it's actually not a holiday, but it's kind of something that happens in Japan. This is moon viewing. Happens about mid-September when the harvest moon comes out. Everybody love it. Okay, moving onward, proud and undaunted. We have ka. Now ka does not start in the middle. It starts at the edges. And it goes like this. Kaji is the first word. Kaji is the same as just a thing, koto. Okay? Kaji means fire, but it always is a bad thing. This means like, my house is on fire, kaji desu, right? It's never a good thing. Okay? Kaji means like, there's like a fire that's destructive. Okay? Pardon? It depends on the fire. Like, so if you're having a campfire, that's takibi. Okay? Usually any other thing is going to be denki, because those are lights, right? Like electronic lights. And if you're talking about like a lantern, that's called a chochin, and that's just like the lantern itself. Okay? If you're talking about a candle, that's dosoku, which is like literally a wax candle. But when it comes to kaji, that's a bad thing. It's a fire. Equally bad is kazan, which is a what? Volcano. Okay, it's a fire mountain. Kazan. Hinoko. Hinoko are the children of the fire. Say you throw a log into a fire, and what are the children that spring up from the fire? They're sparks. And those are hinoko. Okay, makes sense? Kayaku. So this is he, this is ka. So you have to remember the difference. Kayaku is fire medicine or fire drugs.
So what?
What is it? What's the kind of powder that makes fire? All war is based on it. Gunpowder. Kayaku.
I'm eating French.
Okay, so kayaku is gunpowder. We already know kayobi. Yeah, just affirm yourself, you know it. Kayobi. Shoka. Shoka, which is written right here. They got a guy putting out a fire. That's shoka, which is fire extinguishing, right? And then right down here, you got these little children right here. They're playing with these things. What do you call They're little flowers of fire.
I just called them rats.
Okay, they're little flowers of fire. What do we call them?
Firecrackers.
Hanabi or fireworks.
Oh, fireworks, yeah.
Okay, hanabi is the word for fireworks. What this little girl, you might not see it here. I'm gonna put it right up here so they can see it. There's a little girl and she's having this little hanging fire. See it? They only sell these in Japan, and they're kind of real cute, cute types of fire. What they do is they take kayaku and they put it into a long string, and then you light the end of the string, and it burns. It goes like really, really small little sparklers. And you take the string, and it turns into a little blob of burning kayaku or gunpowder. It turns into a little blob of fire gunpowder. And so what you do is you try to steal it from the other person, try to steal the blob from their little string, and it's kind of a cool little firework that they have in Japan.
Sounds even more dangerous.
Sounds like a fire hazard.
No, it's just like it literally is like one. It's literally like 1/3 a sparkler. It's so small, and they like kids. They love to do it. They try to steal it from each other.
Actually sounds fun.
Yeah.
Fire hazard.
It is, and
We should order some.
in America, we celebrate with fireworks during the July 4th and also New Year's sometimes. Japan, it goes all throughout summer. Okay, there's all these different fireworks displays. You even regionally, like Tokyo's probably got 5 or 6, maybe 10 fireworks displays. They all happen different days, and they're usually really huge, even compared to big American fireworks displays. They're just massive. Okay, so if you think of ka starts at the edge, sui starts the opposite. Sui starts in the middle, okay? And it's 4 strokes. Unlike you would think, it looks like 3 strokes, but it actually goes like this. There are 4 strokes to it, okay? Move this over here a little bit. Okay? So you got mizudama, which is a drop of water. Mizutama. Let me just say, okay, so sui is the onyomi. Mizu, if you're going to drink it, it's omizu. Okay? Mizu is the kunyomi. Okay, so some easy ones. Mizutama is a ball of water. So in other words, a drop. Mizukusa is any plant that's based in water. So like lilies, lotus, bladderwort. Okay, any water-based plant is what's called a mizukusa. And these are both with mizu. Okay, these both use mizu. Then all of a sudden we go to sui. So let's use our suis now. Sui. So in this case, we got sui do. Do meaning a road. So that's any kind of plumbing. Or the spigot. It's called sui do, right? Another sui is suibun. Suibun is the amount of moisture. Okay, amount of moisture. Yes.
Does 3/4 have to be separate strokes, or can I just drive like a backwards section?
So a lot of people will just go like this. So, or they'll just go like this. Okay. But to be correct, it is 4 strokes. Okay. And then finally, suyobi. Is Wednesday. And this one, Kayobi, Tuesday. I didn't write that in. Okay, and then down here at the bottom, tamaru means to well up. So mizu tamari is a puddle. Right? It just okay. Then we got this kid. We already learned that word. Sui what? What's swimming? Everybody knew it in second block. Suye, which is swimming. And then this child's swimwear. Swimwear is mizugi. Mizugi. And that's swimwear. Generally. Mizugi. Okay, so let me get out of the way for a second. And then I'll race in about 20 seconds. Oh, we got some time.
I generally just can't see the board.
It's okay. I can't either.
I'm sorry, I have to stand over here real quick.
And what you'll notice is as time goes by and as we get more and more complex kanji, there will be less and less generalized readings. Something like Nietzsche has jitsu, ka, hi. It's got a lot of readings because there are a lot of concepts surrounding the sun. The same with water. You got mizu and sui. You've got with Suki, you got gatsu, getsu, okay? You get a lot of concepts surrounding those things. So there's a lot of uses and they're all very different. The thing that you can remember is that the onyomi is usually kind of a new idea. The kunyomi is usually like an older idea. Like the moon itself is tsuki, right? And moon viewing is something that is not in Chinese culture. Okay, so it's a very Japanese thing, the tsukimi, right? But the technical term for the full moon is mangetsu. So they're putting the Chinese characters together, mangetsu. The same thing with omizu. Omizu, the reason they say it is because it's like it has an honorific meaning to it, right? It's the water you drink. You're thankful for it, so you call it omizu. Hey, what's going on back there? Baseball, you okay? I'm going to stop this for a second.